What's up, my dudes? It's Wednesday. You know what that means. That's right. The new parts came in. Super excited. Shout out to McMaster for getting them here very quick. I think it was Saturday I put in the order. First one's arrived Monday. Second box arrived yesterday, Tuesday. Now it's Wednesday. So now we get to finish the upper and lower control arm installation. Where we left off last time, I got it all disassembled, all the holes drilled out, get it prepped, ready to go. And then I got these measured, somewhat marked out, and had them ready to go. We were just waiting for this hardware. And don't mind that blinky light. That is just my speaker. Shout out. This cheap little Walmart speaker is awesome. Go get you one. But yeah, now we got the parts. Now we got to put it on. That is step one. Step two today. I would like to get this on if I can. A new steering box. The one on there, super loose, super terrible. Steering's awful. It's leaking everywhere. So I've had this in here for a while. I need to get this on. I also have a steering shaft right there, half shaft that attaches to that, or from that to the steering wheel column. I want to get that on today too, as long as I'm getting one off. May as well take the other off also. Yeah, but those are the only two things I have planned for today. And as always, like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching. Tell somebody. We're chasing 100 subs. Every day we're growing. It's awesome. I love seeing it. I appreciate all of you hanging around, watching the shenanigans. I appreciate you dealing with the mic problems we have, especially when we have super windy days. That usually affects it. So if I'm having mic problems on this one, I apologize. But yeah, like, subscribe, tell someone, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell somebody. Let's get 100. And just like that, this side is done. Everything is great. I got washers in one side. I got these little spacers made that go in there, eat up some of that space. The only thing I'm not happy with is this washer is sitting on this. This was the cam adjustment plate, and it's in the way of this washer now because this lower control arm is all the way forward, so it's hitting there. But I'm eventually just going to take a grinder, clean that off. It's not needed now that these are adjustable. We don't have a cam adjuster, so don't need those anymore. I'll clean them off eventually, but now I just got to go on the other side. Now and tighten up that side and get some washers and spacers in that I was missing, and these will be done, and then I can move on to the next thing. All right, both sides are on, both sides are tightened down. I took a measurement from down here up to here on both sides. They're exactly the same. I took one from the center here up to the center up there on both sides. They are exactly the same, so I know that it matches. I don't know if the tilt of the axle's right or not, but I moved the top and bottom evenly. I extended them out evenly compared to the OEM ones, so it shouldn't have clocked it. It should have pushed it right where it needs to be, but I'll find out when I get the front end aligned eventually whether or not I need to make some more adjustments. But on to the next thing. Nothing like a little Midwest weight reduction. I bet y'all go real fast now. I was just setting up my mic to record, and I use these mics. They have little magnetic backing things on it, so they're really nice. You could clip them to anything. They're awesome. But I was just taking the magnet off, put the little windsock on, and then clip it to my hat like I normally do, and I dropped it. And it just so happened to land in my bucket of scrap metal pieces. And now I have to go figure out where it went and clean all the metal shavings off of it. It's not all glitz and glamour when you're trying to make YouTube videos, especially by yourself. Just let you know. Look there, I found it. Right there. Lucky me. Alright, it's day 2. Yesterday I crashed. It was after work. I just worked overnight. I'm back on nights. So, worked all night. Did what I could. I crashed. I had to quit. But we did get some work done. We got what we wanted to yesterday done. I knew I had another chunk of time available to work on it, so I wasn't too worried about it. So yesterday we were able to complete this side. We got the upper and lower control arm done. Got both sides tightened up. We got measurements taken from the axle to the frame to make sure that both of them were even. That way we know we adjusted them correctly, and they are both about, I want to say, 1/8 maybe off of each other, but I don't think that'll affect it. It could just been my measurement. I don't think it's anything to do with this. One thing I did notice was I was checking the caster on this. So the steering's a little tight now, and I don't know if that's just because I need to change out the steering box today. That's what we're doing today. It's tired, it's sloppy. I don't know if it's that's causing the tightness in the steering, or if it's because there's more caster now, and once you get too much caster, it locks these steering types up, I was told. This is my first experience doing this, so from personal experience, I don't know, but it does seem to be locking up. It locks up one way, but not the other. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. It's steering box. But I got a little degree finder. I threw a straight edge on this spring and put the degree finder on it. Then I threw a straight edge on this and put the degree finder on it. And they are almost perfectly castered to the same. And so again, that's just verifying that I did get the lengths right, measurements all right. And then I looked up online, and it says there's a couple different, I don't know, there was a debate on what the right caster is. I think it's per application, and some people said 0 to 4 degrees is all right, +4. Some people said for race applications you can go up to like 6 or 7 degrees. It depends. I don't know. Maybe and it depends on the steering. I don't know. I'm not a steering guy. I'm not a front end guy. I've never really looked into this stuff. The most I've done is looking at like geometries of all the drag links and tie rod bar, like everything. Like I've done that multiple times trying to figure out the geometry for a lifted truck to make sure I get it right. And I only understand a little bit of it. Like I don't understand. like I get it, but I don't get it. So when it comes to the degrees of the caster, I don't know. But I think I was at like 6.5 or 7 degrees both sides. So by internet standards, I have a race truck. So I'm within racing specs, I guess, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna keep it. But there was one more thing I noticed just standing here. This is slammed up against that spring now. I want to see what the other side looks like. And this one is not. So what's the difference? Is one more wore out than the other? I mean, that would be a sign of this being pushed farther forward than the other one, right? Unless this link is not this links this far. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a steering guy. I don't know. But guess we'll have to address that. Get some new ones ordered or something. I don't know. Get some offset. I don't know. How do we fix this? Offset this. Offset these links forward. Anyway, not priority. I don't care about that today. Priority today is the steering box. I need to get it in. That's the next step. I ain't not gonna be able to see it. It's way down there. That's the next step in getting this steering fixed. It's got two lines. It's got two lines that run from the brake booster. They run off there, forward or send and return from there, and then it's bolted on to, I think it's the vacuum pump it's bolted onto. I don't know. It's just bolted on. But if you come down here, there's 1, 2, and 3 bolts. That's the only thing holding that onto the frame. Just threads right in, unbolt them, and you can pull it straight out. Once all the lines and stuff are off, you will lose some fluid. But here's the new one, and there it is, 1, 2, and 3. You do have to take your pitman arm off, which I heard is very hard. I do believe I have a pulley puller. I think that'll work for it. It's on there pretty good. I need to get a new pitman arm. That was another thing with when I was looking up geometries, front ends, all that junk. They said when you lift it, you got to put a dropped pitman arm on. So this isn't really that lifted that much. I might go a tad, like 2-3 inches more, just to clear these big old tires and for future clearance. I will need a pitman arm at that point. I don't think where I'm at right now. I think I'm at 3 inches. I think the stock pitman arm is fine for that. But I don't know. I'm not a steering guy. I have no idea. So this is all new to me. This is a learning experience. I'm trying to figure it out while you guys are figuring it out. I'm learning a ton. This is awesome. Having so much fun doing this, and I like, that's for real. It's not sarcasm. I love learning this stuff. I love these trucks. I love working on these things. It's so awesome. I'm super excited to get this back on the road and get going. I'm super excited to be doing this, just doing this. I've dreamt of doing this for a long time, having a YouTube channel, working on these trucks, especially these Cummins. I love these Cummins. Something about them. The ultimate goal is to start another channel and just be focused solely on doing these trucks, going and finding them, pulling them out of weeds, redoing them, rebuilding them. I would love that. Just travel all over the place. And I live in the Rust Belt. I'm in Illinois. So the ultimate goal would be like to go to the rust-free states, pull some rust-free ones home, and then save them for the Midwest, because Midwest guys love these trucks too, but they're all rotted and nasty, and I got that problem with this truck. But that's the goal. So like, subscribe, tell people, let's build this channel, let's get this big. I'd love to do this full-time. I'd love to full-time travel, get these trucks, be entertaining for you guys. And I'm open to suggestions. Like if you think I need to do something better, let me know. Or if you like what I'm doing, let me know. Just drop a comment. I wouldn't be mad. Criticize me. I won't be mad. I want to grow. I want to be better. Do it for me. I appreciate all you guys. One thing when you're doing this job, one thing my truck has that a lot of these trucks have is this steering brace. I put this on. It's attached to the steering box, so obviously you got to take it off the shaft. I'm going to take it off, take it out of the way, take these off, because I have new bushings for these. This is your sway bar, obviously. Having issues with the angle, but whatever. Ignore that. But yeah, we got to take this off, take it out of the way. I'm going to take these off, replace them bushings. And then the pitman arm, I think I'm going to try to break it off of the drag link right there. I'm hoping I could do that without too much damage. Take it out with the steering box, and then I could put it on the workbench and get that pitman arm separated. And then I should be able to put it back on that other steering box and install it all together. Like I said, there's these 3 bolts right here holding it on. There's that half shaft steering shaft. I'm gonna undo it up there because I got a new one. I think I could take it off with it attached. There isn't much room. There's enough room to do it, but there's just barely enough room to do it. So I may not record it all. And I do apologize if you're super interested, really want to see like every detail of this pull. Like I said, there's not much room, and with my big hands up in there, it's gonna be hard to do. You can almost see up in there. That's your lines. There's your there's lost you guys. There's your lines going in to your hydraulic lines. Those ones I pointed out earlier. You have to get those off, and then you'll be able to pull it. Just a better look at what we're working with here. They are right there. You gotta break them loose. Those 2 fittings right there, you gotta break loose. And then those lines, they come up right there. So you should be able to break them loose, push them off to the side. And then once you get all the other pieces, there's the, oh, where am I here? All right. There's the half shaft, steering shaft bolted to it, and that runs this way. And it is right here, runs up. And then there's another U-jointy thing right there. That's where I'll separate till you get the new one on. So yeah, there's room, but there's not for a camera anyway. A little update: I was able to get the 2 lines off. It's an 18 mil. I use a regular wrench. I did have flange nut wrenches for these, but I had odds 15, 17, 19. I did not have the 18. I was able to get it off though. So this is driver side, this is passenger side. This is the passenger side line that goes, or in the 2 fittings, there's 2 fittings, passenger fitting, driver fitting. The driver side fitting is a low pressure line, and that one would be, I tucked it up right here. I actually had, there was an issue with the flange nut being rust welded to the little nipple of steel line, and then that goes into this line. It was just spinning the whole thing. I couldn't break it loose, so I ended up just cutting it because it's a low pressure line. There's a lot of extra. Once I got that one out of the way, that was the driver side, then I can get the 18 on this no problem and twist it. We had the similar problem with this one, but what I did was I just used one hand to twist this out of the way, and then the other hand I used on the wrench. So I just went back and forth, and it worked its way out. It wasn't an issue, and then I just rerouted it out of there. Have it tucked up in here. I'm going to make sure this is nice and loose before I install it, because I've got to be able to one hand spin it, but it is free of its home. Lost a little fluid, which is to be expected. We'll have to top it up anyway. Once we get the new one on, we got to fill it. So you got to top it up, and then you got to run it and move your steering wheel back and forth, and it eventually will fill the system. So this far, so far so good. Here's that other end. It's pretty seized. I'm gonna get this broke free, and then it's just being held on here by a pipe clamp or a hose clamp. I'm just gonna reattach it to that rubber hose. Once I get this loosened up, when I go to reinstall, I'll just put a regular hose clamp on it. Shouldn't be an issue. Like I said, it is the low pressure side, so there's not much going on there. Oh, the joys of videotaping. I just videotaped 10 minutes of talking about this and that box and that truck out there, and I looked down at my screen and it wasn't recording. So here we go again, take 2. This is the half shaft. I don't know what you call it officially. I call it the half shaft. This is the bottom half of the steering shaft. This side attaches to right there. And then this side attaches the more shaft that runs to your steering wheel. These are notorious for going out. There's bushings, these U-joints, this rubber. There's all sorts of things that go wrong with it. I don't know if mine's bad. I don't think mine's bad. I know this is tired on this truck. And I know that as long as I'm doing this, I may as well do this. They're not that expensive to change out. So I've decided just to change this bottom half. I'm not changing the top half. It is held on to that other shaft with bolt splined in here so it grips. Notorious for rusting and being stuck on there. Most of the time you have to beat the crap out of these to get them off that shaft. And while you're beating on it, it'll mess up the other half of the shaft. So you're best off just changing all of it. But I think I'm leaving in this truck in here. I'm going to leave this attached to this. I'm going to undo this side and then undo this. And I think with that weight still on this, I'll be able to get it off. No problem. So now we're all caught up for a second time. About to pull this off. All that's left. All that's left in the truck is to undo the 3, and then I gotta take that bracket off, or I gotta pop the. I gotta take the bracket off, and I gotta pop that. Whatever, I said it a million times already in the beginning. Gotta pop that thingamajiggy off of there, off of the drag link, and it will remain attached to this. I should be able to pull it off of here, off the old one, and put it on the new one. No issue. And then I'll reattach it all together. Actually, I may just reattach that and then put this on. It'll probably be easier that way. But for sake of ease on removal, I'm going to leave them together. All right, all caught up. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a tractor way out there. These farmers spread some of that all natural fertilizer on this field a few weeks ago, and it has been brutal working out here. It has stunk, but they are out here today tilling it in. And that's super exciting for me because it smells good out here finally for once. I'm actually enjoying working out on this truck today, unlike the last couple weeks where it was bad. I almost threw in the towel a couple times. It was bad. Bye. Thanks for plowing all those turds in. I appreciate it. Hey, it's editing me, and we got a little bit of a problem. So, as we know, I'm fighting some dumb microphone issues, and I have like 45 minutes of video footage that I'm going through here, and it has no audio whatsoever. I am not sure what happened. I don't know where it went wrong, but I'm gonna do a voiceover or something. I'm gonna try to figure out what exactly I said during those other video clips. I'll try to salvage what I can out of it. But once again, microphone strikes back. Motorcycle. Microphone strikes again, and yeah, I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it right now, so I'm just gonna do a voiceover. I'm gonna end this video right here. Also, a little sneak preview of that next video. I do have a couple clips with audio, and stick around. You'll enjoy watching at least the first half of that next video. Holy cow, you guys. I went to pull off this half shaft on the steering shaft, and look what I found. Can you guys see that?